I don't want no misunderstandings about nothing I say or do. This is Senator McFadden. McFadden knew about everything I was doing from the beginning. I gave McFadden a minority report. He sent the minority report back. All right? We talking about black faces carrying out a white agenda of white supremacy and plantation politics. These is the black faces on the plantation. You feel me? These is the black faces on the plantation. You said you give me access to the grand jury. Well, I want to dismantle the corruption in the Baltimore City and Baltimore County courts. That's my main objective. That's my prime directive. And my prime directive is, like I said, that's me, Bosley Avenue. Response requested. Y'all gave me an award the other day, Out for Justice. All right? I'm a member of Out for Justice. I'm a member of Out for Justice, and I'm a lobbyist in Annapolis. Now we're gonna show you about what you do. That's March of 2009. All right. You see that? Ed Norris, Maryland Black Caucus, Tony Bridges. That's why I chase y'all out, because y'all been knowing about this corruption. See Teller Branch. You feel me? Who's gonna protect my rights? All right. That's me, 1402 Lochner. I was kidnapped by the state for making a documentary about the racism in the courts. I was kidnapped by the state for making a movie about being black in America. I am Dred Scott. You can get this information from Antonio Hayes. He got this book. And we're going to do it like this. Subject, Dwayne G. Davis. I'm out $2.6 million. All right, I'm out $2.6 million. This is the controller. Reference of state and federal audit and criminal charges against Scott Shellenberger. All right. Thank you for contacting the controller's office to request for an audit to tax returns. The best to assist you, I'm forwarding this to D.C. Riley, Director of the Compliance. All right. Assign. Directly send the email to or call. I did that. If you suspect fraud regarding the federal tax returns, it is your responsibility to contact the Internal Affairs Division. I did that. I contacted the Internal Affairs, I contacted the state, and I contacted the police, Baltimore City and Baltimore County Police. You locked me up when I did that. That toilet I left in Towson was about this. You feel me? You locked me up to keep this from coming to the light. So I sent you this. That's the state of Illinois versus Dwayne Davis, Pollard Towing. All right, you took my truck, my computer. You feel me? You took it. The entire contents of the defendant's vehicle, 1990 Chevy Suburban, truck, Maryland registration number. All right? 1402 Lochner. I'm a Baltimore City resident, and y'all kidnapped me because I was making a movie about y'all. February the 7th, you kidnapped me, and you destroyed the evidence. I'm out $2.6 million. The contents of the truck was worth $100 million. You feel me? I'm an activist. You locked up an activist. You feel me? I'm an independent filmmaker. You feel me? I'm an independent filmmaker. Citizens for Change in Randallstown. That's what you did. You locked up a whistleblower and you protected O'Malley. You've been protecting O'Malley in the stop and frisk and zero tolerance. You've been protecting O'Malley. Well, 2019, I want access to the grand jury. That's my shorty program. And part of my shorty program was the politics. Political, all right? You can read that. That's my shorty program. And Governor O'Malley approved it. Now, this is a PDF file. It's 47 pages. And you got it. My intellectual property, material, all right? That's Al Redmer. And Al Redmer had this since August, all right? Al Redmer had this since August and they ain't did nothing about it. They shielding the corruption and they dragging their feet. All right, that's the Department of Justice. Like I said, I blew the whistle. The Department of Justice got all this. That's Shorty. That's Shorty's. All right. That's my insurance company. Brother Insurance. All right. Shorty's Underground Ribs. I was insured. You feel me? Forms of application coverage. All right. I was insured. Terrorism. I was insured against terrorism. You feel me? And y'all charged me with terrorism. Shorty's Underground Ribs Corporation. I was established in 1998. You feel me? I'm the player, the president. You feel me? I'm the chairman. I got one vacant spot. That's the vice president. Other than that, I play all the roles. Jake was never a part of Shorty's. You feel me? That's Brian Frost and Peter Francott. I'm showing you how they shield the corruption because I asked for an audit. Shorty's Underground Ribs. You feel me? I asked for an audit. And they ain't got it yet. See how long they done had it? You've been dragging your feet. Like I said, I'm going to sue you and I'm going to sue you and all this is going to be included in the suit. I'm going to show you who did what and who knew what. See, the state charged me with taxes. You locked me up and you charged me with taxes. You took my truck. And then you fined me after you took my truck. You fined me $500. That's racketeering. That's fraud. That's collusion. That's corruption. That's the racketeering in your courts. And how you get paid to incarcerate Black America. You feel me? It's the criminalization of poverty. You feel me? It's the criminalization of poverty. And as a member of Out for Justice, as a member of Out for Justice and a founding member of the Baltimore block, I'm exposing your corruption. Y'all got to disbar Shellenberger. That's Shorty's. Voted 1999. Shorty's Catering. You feel me? That's me. See that? Dwayne G. Davis. Ken LaRue. Good morning. I was kidnapped in Illinois. You feel me? And I informed you everything I was doing. The Minority Report. Baltimore Sun. Yeah, y'all had this. And this is the case in Illinois. 07 CF 498. You took my videotape, my intellectual property. You're supposed to return it. You also had a DVD earmarked for the FBI. You didn't return that. Like I said, I was making a movie. And Illinois and Maryland participated in the fraud. My lawyer, my public defenders participated in the fraud. Dwayne G. Davis, 1402 Lochner. Jake New Ray Davis, Renwood. All right. Forged checks. All right. And right here on your front door, I'm going to give you the 47 pages. You feel me? I filed it. That's James Hammond. Falls Road. Accepted forged checks. All right. Embezzlement. Y'all locked me up to keep this from coming to court. Y'all locked me up to keep this from coming to court. These are the supporters of Shorty's. And none of my elected officials did anything that these people asked for. You feel me? Freedom of Information Act. These are the supporters of Shorty. See the address? Ridge Road. These are white people standing up for a black man's rights. You feel me? County Council. Because I'm going to show you everybody involved in this. Legislative branch, your judicial branch. You feel me? Grand jury or Supreme Court. I want a grand jury to get Scott Shellenberger disbarred or Supreme Court for my property. One or the other. Matter of fact, I'm going to get both. Filing a $100 million lawsuit in February the 2nd, 2011 if you don't do what you're supposed to do. That's county council meeting. Shellenberger issue. You feel me? Department of Justice. Please share with your county council. I don't want no mistakes about nothing I say or do. I'm an honorably discharged veteran of these United States Navy. You feel me? FedEx. Kevin Kamenetz. Kevin Kamenetz been sitting on this too. February 2nd, 2011. I blew the whistle on y'all. I turned you in. You feel me? Kamenetz been knowing about it since 2016 and ain't did nothing. Now Johnny Oleski got to do something about it. Johnny Oleski. There it is. I got details. My stuff is very much detailed. You feel me? Shellenberger should have done this in 2008. Federal and state violations. It's federal and state violations by Shellenberger. Right here, it excuses me of the property. That's saying that Jake has the lease. That clearly says that he has the lease. So if he has the lease, then why is he writing checks on my property? You feel me? Why ain't the IRS and y'all audited him like you supposed to? You feel me? It's right here. Y'all getting that? Jake Davis, February 1st, 2008. I was locked up in another state, so you wrote an illegal lease with my landlord. And then you wrote this. You did this to me. You charged me with felonies, criminal complaint. You charged me with 5 felonies. You tried to get me violated and violate me and sent me back to Illinois. This is my son that did this to me. You feel me? This is my son that did this to me. This ain't a stranger. This is my blood, my firstborn. You feel me? So make sure that y'all do what you got to do, because I want Scott Shellenberger disbarred. Here goes the checks. All right? That's not my signature. I was locked up in Illinois. That's not my signature. All right? That's not my signature. You feel me? Right there, James Hammond. That's not my signature. That's for $1,200, all right? If you wrote a lease with my son, then why is my name on that check? Why Jake's name ain't on that check? You feel me? Right here. Applecroft. February 1st, Dwayne Davis, leasee at the Ridge Country Store. Jake Davis is now the owner. Have full rights and privilege to existing lease. And then if he got full rights to existing lease, then his name should have been on that lease. You feel me? His name should have been on that lease. That's my check. That's not my signature. That's fraud. That's fiduciary fraud. That's fraud. That's what you need to charge Jake Davis and James Hammond with. Criminal charges. Federal and state charges. They ain't turned in no money. And Bank of America said that they would prosecute him. Supposed to protect my money. My money was insured. Brian Frost supposed to handle that. You feel me? State of Maryland, complaint. Jake Davis. You charged me with 5 felonies. You feel me? Governor O'Malley had this, the video. You feel me? Baltimore County Detention Center. You locked me up to keep me from exposing the corruption in your courts. Richard McFeely. That's Internal Affairs Division. That's when you came to my house and put guns to my head. Commissioner Davis. Department of Justice, Alan Locks. Rod Rosenstein. Yeah, I turned you in. Controller, Sitnor. You feel me? A Chevy Suburban by the States, Scott Shellenberger. All right? Clearly states, custodial records. The entire contents of the defendant's vehicle, 1999 Chevy Suburban. If the contents of this has been destroyed or disposed of, then produce and provide to Jerome Joyce. You didn't provide nothing to Jerome Joyce. Jerome Joyce didn't even tell me nothing about this, and Jerome Joyce was my lawyer. This was court ordered to be returned. You're a libel and a body attachment. You didn't lock nobody up, and that's a body attachment, but you didn't have a problem locking me up. This is my property, exposing you. That's the Department of Justice. All right. I have the videotape evidence. Subject: Mr. Davis, our office no longer has your files. You destroyed my files in 2012. You feel me? That's the Department of Justice shielding the corruption in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Can't shield the corruption in 2019 because I got everybody's names on it. I gave you the emails. I gave you the mail receipts. All this is in my complaint. So Al Redmer got my complaint, and the complaint was for insurance fraud. It was insurance fraud. I was locked up in another state. Jake Davis, James Hammond wrote an illegal lease, forged checks, and emptied my bank account. They made me homeless. Then when I filed a complaint against you, you charged me with trespassing on my own property. This 2019, this been 8 years, and you still ain't rectified this situation. I was found innocent of all charges. Al Redmer had this information since August. And Johnny Oleski knew about this in 2017. So the Democratic Party getting ready to take a big hit. When I file that lawsuit, everything coming to the light and everything going to be put on the table. I put the cart in front of the horse so y'all can't say that you didn't know. I gave you plenty of time. I gave you 10 years. I gave you 13 years to rectify this situation. Now I'm coming after your money. I want Shellenberger's job. I want everybody that was involved in my illegal incarceration prosecuted, like Operation Greylord. You got 52 politicians, police officers, and media that was involved in that lie. And this movie going to expose it. And after the movie come out, the Department of Justice is going to have to prosecute you. You between a rock and a hard place. Mayor Pugh been knowing about this for the longest. And Mayor Pugh going to go to jail. 2019, I'm going to send everybody to jail that had something to do with me going to jail. It's a fair exchange. And no stick up without a gun. I'm going to put the camera in your face. I'm going to ask you questions and dare you to call me a liar. I'm going to shut the media down too. If I catch you doing a live feed and I'm feeling myself, I'm going to put the camera in your face and I'm going to ask you 21 questions. I'm going to ask you about the bomb. I'm going to ask you about the toilet. I'm going to ask you about what you knew and when you knew it. You do what you want to do. But 2019, I'm coming for what belonged to me. Every nickel, every dime. I'll holler. And you'll hear a mic check.